It's 11:16 a.m. Friday, February 26th, 2021. This video is probably going to be understood more easily by those folks that have been following me for a while. Lots of times I'd make a video and I'd seem to go off track as I'm trying to explain something, and then I do get off track because I'm spending too much time trying to make things, prepare things to be more easily understood, and instead I make it worse. That'll be taken care of sometime later after I'm gone. Speaking of which, those of you that know me and others, I've been waiting to get out of here since October 28th. I believe it's October 28th of 2015. That's when I expected Lilith to get me out of here, and I couldn't because there were other things that had been brought to happen where I had to stay, the issues with my house, etc. This house, this property are very important to what's coming. Anyway, in my family, in my natural family, which is the Essex, Ramirez, and Anaya family. Anyway, I kept waiting for someone to get me out of this body from the other side, and it just hasn't happened. I've taken my last swing at getting out of here with someone's help, and we'll see how that happens in the next few days. But the end of the line, so to speak, is I have to go. I'm very invested in this country, and it's in this planet, especially this country, America, United States of America. But I've had lives in just about, I don't know how many different countries, so don't know, and I don't feel the need to look. I've had a good few lives in Spain, and I can tell you that this new nation about to be put into the finished legal work is about to be put down on paper in less than a week. Somewhere right around there. Less than 2 weeks. And then there will be a new nation on this planet, and it'll be the nation of a community of countries, a nation of countries, of separate communities. It'll be one community, actually, but the people will come from different nations all over from all over the planet, including the ETs that have been here. Some of them over 11 million years. That one large ship under Antarctica is just over 11 million years old as far as how long it's been here on the planet. So anyway, I've told a lot of people about what I am. I've tried to help you understand who you are. You're a spirit, sentient energy that's inside a physical body having a life. But these bodies are like traps. And the stronger you are, the more energy you put through this body, the more dangerous it can be relative to being able to get out of the body, to separate who you really are, spirit, sentient energy, the battery inside these bodies, for you to get out of here when you are source. If you're essence, form of essence, that's different. But when you're source, all the frequencies that exist in creation, plus many others, it's only about 40% seems popular in a lot of things here today, but it's a little over 40% of what exists in nature, what exists in creation. As far as different frequencies, a little over 40% of them have found an expression, either physically or metaphysically. The others have not even left source to be expressed in the metaphysical realm. So there's so much about to come for everyone. But anyway, before I get far off track, so when you are source, the stronger you are, the harder it is to get out of a body when you've been imprisoned in one. The longer you've been in it, and the stronger that your source spirit is, the more you bond with the physical body. Now, when you are all frequencies that exist, that have shown themselves, that have ever been expressed, especially physically, you start to bond with the physical body. I've said many times before that if you get a 5-gallon bucket and you put in a gallon of lake water and a gallon of river water, pour them into each other, good luck separating the two of them. Okay? When you're source, and you are all frequencies that have ever expressed themselves, and a lot more, but when you are all that, the more energy you put, the stronger you are, plus the more energy you put through that body increases the adhesiveness of, or the bonding characteristics of that body, and being stuck, bonding with it, becoming part of it. My last life was Gandhi, and that life, his character, is still part of me, always will be. He was really upset. Well, I watched. I knew that about Gandhi, and I started remembering some personal things, and then I was getting something we needed for the shop on Amazon.com. They're going down too, by the way, folks. Anyway, Amazon will be broke into a bunch of small pieces. Bezos, he's going down hard, and y'all will see it. Anyway, I mean, the store, all of a sudden, I was looking at on Amazon, getting something for the shop, and then all of a sudden, here comes this thing about Gandhi, this movie. And I looked at it, and I said, I need to get that, and see, watch it, and see what stimulates what I can remember of my life. Of that life, and it was my last one. Don't ever hesitate to do that, because you might think, well, I'll see something and then I'll try and make it where I remember it. Not if you're honest with yourself. And if you're not honest with yourself yet, then you need to go ahead and get there. Sometimes people worry about being honest with themselves, lots of times when people are concerned about being honest with themselves. If you're that concerned about it, you really are. It's just that you're not trusting your metaphysical abilities yet. So anyway, I saw a few things, and then at the end of the video, I was seeing relating to a few things, but not much, just a little here and there. The basic overall stuff in my life, yeah, things were kind of flowing along a certain pattern. The river was flowing soft, smooth, and slow without a whole lot of ripples in it. And then when I got shot, the part of me inside that is Gandhi, or it was and is still Gandhi, got very upset, came out screaming, saying 4, not 3, and it was about how many bullets I was shot with as Gandhi that actually killed me. And the 4th bullet, my body was already being turned by the bullets hitting me, and it was at close quarters too. Okay. And plus people grabbed him. He was just starting to be touched to pull away. The 4th bullet barely grazed me on the ribs. And I made the left side of a chest where the heart is. To the left of my heart. You know, as I speak of my right arm, my left arm, it was to the left of my heart. So it wasn't that last shot, the fourth shot, didn't actually kill me, but it was there and it happened, and he was very upset that people were saying 3. I'm like, okay, but anyway, that's what it took to separate me from that body. When the body ceases to function, when it can no longer function, then the spirit literally is released and comes right out, although it might stick a little bit. If you put your finger in the dirt and you pull your finger out, there'd be no adhesion. But if you put your finger in some dough that was being made in a bread and you slowly pull it out, some of it might stick to it. That is as close to a proper analogy as I can give you. It's like that, and it's no problem to separate. And one reason I explained a little bit more about Gandhi than Gandhi's death and normal, and about him still being part of me, I want you to understand that when your body dies, who you really are inside, your personality from that life, it's part of you. You're in your spirit. When your body's put, when you are put inside a body, you, spirit, sentient energy, when you're put inside a physical body, and it only happens like an amoeba, you're put inside the amoeba, you grow up with a body. Your person, that's your spirit that moves through the body. It's you. But it's a part, that little piece of you, the vast majority of you is floating outside of your body. I've showed that in different pictures. But that part of you, that the piece of you that's inside that body, that's changing, that's learning, that's experiencing something different. It develops new characteristics. When the physical body dies, that goes with you because it's already part of you. So, and then that bonds with the rest of you. But the other part of yourself that's out floating outside of the body. Here, take a look at this picture. This basically shows you what's going on with the spirit is in your head and then also outside, floating around. So, the strongest, most intelligent part of you is the teeny piece that goes inside the physical body. Because once that's controlled, the rest of the body is more easily just asleep, put in kind of basically sleep mode. So anyway, who you are right now, it never dies. It's just the physical body around you that you're encased in dies. So anyway, my situation is that no one's been strong enough to get me out of this body, or willing. A lot of them were afraid, but no one's big enough, strong enough, or knows how to get me out of here. Now, the one person that did was Lilith. And then all the fighting that's gone on. Book number 2 of the Creation series that I wrote for you, Creation, its journey evolving into paradise, I think is the name of the book. Just go to Amazon.com, you'll see it there. If you search J. Essex and then Creation, it'll show you the books. There's 3 books, and then the 4th book, My Jairus Runes of Awakening. All these things will help you. Okay, the stones and stuff that Deanna sells at thespiritualfoundation.com. I created the website and everything else years ago. I bought it. I can't say I created it. I bought it, and then when it was time, and I knew it was time, and I knew that I finally had met Deanna, who's the person it was all supposed to go to. I had done this once before, and it was with a different person, Michelle, and it was her chance to prove that she was worth keeping. That she was supposedly, it was her last chance for her to prove that her existence is worthwhile, and she failed miserably. But anyway, that was a different website store. Yada yada yada. And just like Deanna, I put it in. It was to be put in her name. She got the money, kept the money. And with Deanna, it's the same. We built it together, and then Deanna she's an artist. She's, for Pete's sake, the people that design buildings. This is embarrassing. Let me see. That's right. It's an architect. She's, legal, whatever, achieved through college. As a matter of fact, she got a 4-year course in 3 years. She's incredibly intelligent. But anyway, I knew that she was the one. That was when I met her. That she was the one that was supposed to get this other this other website. And she's turned it. She's the one that's actually taken what I gave her and created. Brought the website to life and the store and everything. That's all hers. It's not, in my name whatsoever. All that. We do it together. And she helps me. She's been supporting me with things I do to, help her. Like I said, we do it together. We're also part of the Arae foundation. It's not the one. If you look it up right now, what's there is the industrial thing. It's not the same thing, but there is an Arae foundation, which maybe a little over 4 months and a week from now, will probably be you'll probably be able to see it. Anyway, that foundation and this new nation of collected communities. That the boundaries for this nation is literally the oceans of this planet. And I know I've misspoke before, but I think it's about 70% of the planet is actually water. And I don't know how much oceans, but that's, you go about 20 miles out into the ocean, or is it 220 miles out into the ocean, where they call it international waters? Yeah, about 220, right around there. You break away from that, and that's where the boundary starts for our nation, and that'll all be shown soon. It couldn't happen until I got out of here, and I am about to leave. So you'll see all this happen soon, and then the ETs will. Once that's done, then the ETs are going to come out in numbers. I mean, large numbers. Also, the ETs that used to be here, they were part of the, until, I don't know if it's 2016, 2015, 2016, something around there, 2017. I don't know. If you look in book 3, it'll explain it, of the creation series. That book has so much information in it. And the timeline in that book was relative to me getting out of my body in 2016. And of course, that never happened. So if you read inside the front cover, you'll understand what I wrote there. But I don't talk a whole lot about dates because in the future, because I know that the future is always changing, and whoever's in charge, the alpha that's in charge, is the one who controls that, and there's been no one in control since late 2013, since May 23rd of 2013. So anyway, what the ETs were seeing is the possibility for all kinds of stupid stuff to happen. I needed to be out of this body and be home and be in charge. I'm running the other side as soon as I'm out of here. Not J. Essex, the body. Don't look at the body and think of it. Look inside my eyes. That's Arae. And J. Essex or J. Arae Essex or Jara Essex, that's my own personal personality. This life, this last life of mine, I become part of Arae, the controlling part. So basically, what you see now is what's going to take care of things, to serve and protect and clean creation. I'm about to purge it of all the abusive, aggressive, controlling beings and influence that comes from anyone, anywhere, or anything. Think of me as a janitor with a real big hammer, and all I care about is taking care of everything else, because that's what I'm like. And I am your oldest brother. Lily's your oldest sister, and I'm your oldest brother. We are family. You don't have to think of us as family, but we're all family. Why? Because we're all from the original first being. And first thing it did is make itself two individual beings, excuse me, both similar, but not, copies of each other. So there would be, so that it could finally have some company. They weren't two holographic individuals, two of the same part, but different. And anyway, I talked about that too much. That's in book 1. If you really want to understand what's going on, buy those 3 books, the Creation series, book 1, 2, and 3, and start reading, and read slow. You read fast, you're going to read it 10 times. From one end to the other, you'll read it 10 times and still not get it. There's new information in there that you've never seen before. No one's ever gotten it out to you. I'm the only thing that's strong enough to be able to be in a body, give you that information, and not be controlled by something on the other side to make me stop. And they couldn't kill me to make me stop either. So anyway, so as I was saying, when once I'm out, then the ETs come in. I'm taking all the animals, only the pets that are being loved and taken care of properly, or people that really love their pets and they don't have money, they're going to get help. But the animals are they're all leaving, and it's going to happen fast. But the pets stay a while longer. And then, so you see the ETs, you see the pets leaving, the animals, and we need to be able to eat, and these bodies were made intentionally to have some form of animal proteins in them, animal flesh proteins, to maintain a proper healthy diet. Now there are a few people on the planet that can do this, some real vegans, but even them it hurts. Well, there's these plants that feed these food synthesizers. They're protein replicators that can actually create different spices and stuff. It's amazing what they can do. And there's the plants. There's 4 major plants. There's about 7 or 8 of them that really give you a wide variety, but there's like 4 major plants you really need to have, and to put into this one machine that breaks the plants down into the proteins, and then those I'll put in another machine which actually creates the food. And so as I take all the animals, everyone's not going to be starving. Everyone's got plants and stuff to keep them going, but then here come the ETs to help out with their replicators. They're going to take good care of us. They're family members. They come from the original first being too. You've had lives in many of those bodies. We are a family. So we don't have to sit down and have meals together, but we like it or not, you're family. Anyway, now, there's going to be, they have, I've talked about it before, all the medical equipment, all kinds of stuff. Your life's going to change, you won't believe. Everyone's going to have a roof over their heads, utilities and everything else that they'll be taken care of. Those people that are, they're negative and abusive or controlling, those people that are a problem to society, or those people that have had lives that are they've been abused so bad, like all the people that are suffering in different countries, North Korea, and what about all the Uyghurs in China? I mean, all these people that are suffering, and there's no way to fix them, to help them within the term limits of a physical life. I'm taking them home. I'm killing the bodies and taking them home, or destroying the bodies, whatever. And it'll happen smoothly and passionately, compassionately. Those people that are abusive and aggressive, I'm just going to destroy them. You'll see. You're going to watch it. If you're worried about, are you one of the people that's abusive because you might have been pushy or something with a friend a couple times? No. If you're actually worried about, am I really so bad that I need to be taken away? 98% of you that are concerned with that, the answer immediately is no. You're not leaving. Because the people who are a problem, they don't care about that. But you're going to see it. And also, there was way too, the original first being male and female had put so many negative, abusive people onto this planet that there's way too many. It's not just way too many people, there's way too many. If you look at all the people that need to go because of the reasons I've already brought up, that's about 52% of the population on this planet. So I can't tell you because I'm still having to see things and everything through this body. It's myself inside who I am. Arae is the one that's going to do all this. However, I can't tell you exactly what I'm going to do. I can't even see and function to my full, 100%. I'm doing nothing. 8%. So I realize I can tell you the basic things, but I can't get into any particulars because I'm not able to perceive that. If I said anything else, I'd be lying or making up, guessing to the point where it would be detrimental to, what's actually happening. But I'm telling you, that's what's going to happen. I know I gave you a little number, like 8%, 12%, 10%. That's knowing everything about all the little details. The major stuff, I understand beyond a shadow of doubt. I remember that. But to see how many different types of beings there are on other planets, how many of them, all the different types of animals, I can't see all that. All of us, when we're out of a body, we're incredibly intelligent. But when we're stuck in a body, all that little stuff, no, we can't see that through the body. When we're inside a body, it really dulls our senses to the point where we can barely function. And that was the idea. So you wouldn't know who you were, what you were, and you thought you were in a body, and then the body dies and you're gone forever. It was a means of controlling and abusing you to try to grow you in size to become stronger, as people on this planet grow animals and then kill them and eat them. Almost everything is wrong. Everything but the compassion that many of us have for others, and especially animals and stuff, is just, it's disgusting. It's things were made to be like this, and I'm stopping that. Not Jay, Arae. So anyway, it's time. I can't wait any longer. We'll see. Lily and Lilith, who is nothing like what they say about her in these religions. Religions are a bad joke. The truth is going to be found. She's awesome. She's loving energy. She's very strong and very able to take care of a lot of things. But at this point, all the fighting I've gone through, being the strongest source by large amounts, I mean, I'm so much stronger than myself as Arae. Arae is so much stronger than anything else, especially after this life. to get out of this body requires it requires a hell of a lot. The body's got to be destroyed. So anyway, here at the end, I got a hold of Lilith and Lily and helped them feel better, take care of them a little bit, and put them together. And they're going to do what they can. But either way, I'll be home soon, very soon. Next month, March of 2021, great change is coming. And all those things that are like the CCP, they're all over the world in all those countries and everything. Out of my body, I can see every one of them. But once I'm free of this body and on myself again, I can do so much. I can do anything I need to do. But the main thing is I can see where everyone is and I can drop them in one moment. All the things that are a problem relative to abuse, control, etc., I'm going to destroy the bodies, and I'll be deleting the ones that are an actual problem. Spirit, I'll be deleting the spirit. They won't exist anymore. So they'll never be in a body again. But of course, that's another thing anyway. We're going to slow down this jumping in a body, having a life thing. I said within 2,000 years, there won't be any more physical bodies left, maybe 10% or something at the most. If I actually did it in a little over 1,000 years, I wouldn't have lied to you, because that's, 1,000 or 1,200 years, that is within 2,000 years. I have to err on the side of caution to try to never be incorrect. But when you're in a body and you're seeing things metaphysically, it's very hard. So anyway, the time of change has come. And I'll have others helping me, Lilith and Lily and all. But it's time for creation to change into what it should have been in the beginning. So, as I've said before, the original first being halves, the two halves, the first male and female, they're to exist. They're completely dead, gone. The human essence, spirit that was within the body that we call Jesus Christ, is completely gone. The original first angels, except for Archangel Michael and the one that they call Lucifer, who's not the devil. Your God and your devil were the same thing. The original first being male and female halves. What the one they call Lucifer, who he was or is the first protector. But he has issues I have to deal with, so he's sleeping. So, and he's been sleeping for years. So, anyway, everything's about to happen. The COVID, this CCP virus, AIDS, all these other all these other diseases, I'm just going to delete them. They're going to be gone. But these other people that are a problem, I'm taking them too. And some of them, after I destroy the body and they come out, actually some of them I'm going to rip out as I'm killing the body, or just rip them out and let the body die because of the horrific things they've done. I'll be deleting them permanently. So they'll never be able to bother anyone again. But no one's going to be running around in masks and all this stuff. These diseases are about to be gone. The people that are trying to take over the planet, do this quote-unquote great reset, they're dead. They're gone. Some of them are going to confess to their crimes. The group that controls Area 51 and all this other stuff in the different governments, they're about to be gone. They're going to be shown who they are. The information that they have, they're those little triangular ships, they came from the first group of ETs that was dealing with us until about late 2015, 2016. That's when the other folk, the Drak, the Neantids, and others that are part of the military section of the Alliance of Life, which has, without itself attacking with intent to destroy the old Federation, the Federation attacked them, and that's all it took. That, you hit me, no, I'm going to make sure you never hit me or anyone else again. The Alliance of Life military has literally destroyed this other Confederates, the Federation, whatever. So the ETs that are about to flood our planet and the rest of creation, they're the good guys. Any problems with them, I'm taking care of them too. What I'm doing here on Earth happens here first, and then it happens throughout all creation. All creation. All dimensions, everything. It's a purge. Everything's going to be like it should have been in the very beginning. If you would have actually had a loving benefactor. The word God shouldn't even exist. Anyway, life is going to become what it should be, something wonderful. Those of you that are coming into bodies having lives, you're going to have lives with your spirit mate, the other actual half of who you are. When spirit energy is released, when spirit's released, it's like pouring water over the hood of a car that's just been waxed and cleaned and waxed and shined, and the sheet of water gets thinner until these little globules, like water modules, whatever, all over it, and then that would be an orb, a spirit orb, and then it vibrate, and then poof, it pulls it, and then poof, it pulls apart into male and female. Well, that's your only spirit mate. The spirit, you'll start having lives with your spirit mate. That'll be nice and flowing. Will you ever break a bone? Yes, it might happen. Is that possible? Yes, but are you going to be abused and used and all this other stuff? No, nah. Everything's changing. So, in summary, those of you that I've been talking with for years, it's all about to happen now, finally. So that's it. When you start seeing all the animals go and people dying, it's not the end of the world. The ETs had nothing to do with it. It's me, Arae. That's only cleaning. Only cleaning. Creation. Installing the new format of compassion, honor, equality. And destroying the old format of abuse and whatever the original first being halves wanted. So there'll be people screaming Armageddon, yada yada. That's not happening, and if you can and you care about these people, you might want to try to calm them down. A lot of you are going to go to sleep and have the same dream and wake up, and this will be people all over the world, and you'll be like, whoa, I'm going to show you what real truth is. I'm going to show you the reality of what actually exists and what you've been going through, what's been happening. Now, from time to time, I've actually, myself out of body, has actually made a body out of a golden lion, a dragon before, to actually help physically save and help people. You're going to see the dragon, our family crest of our family. It's the Arae and Lily family. Is a dragon and a unicorn. Those are the two energies that when Lily and I were first put together, literally, there was an explosion, a twofold explosion, and then one energy that was born from this, one spirit energy that was born from this is dragon. The other spirit energy born from that is unicorn. And Lily is stronger in unicorn, and Arae, myself as Arae, my real self, is stronger in dragon. Yet, dragon's part of Lily, and our unicorn's part of me. If you ever see a unicorn that came from me, it might look like a little dirty, like it's been working in the dirt or whatever. Yeah, that's me, part of me. Anyway, a lot of these people are going to see the black dragon, and everyone will see a physical black dragon. You can shoot atomic bombs at it, whatever you want, you can't hurt it. So it's time for the change. And there's nothing biblical about it. There's no God. It's dead already. And it was never a God. And never loving it. You meant nothing to it. Nothing at all. So anyway, that's it. We're here. So before the end of March, well before the end of March, you're going to be seeing change. Big change. By the end of the year, by the end of 2021, people are going to start will become much more aware of our ET family members and ET hybrids. And our new foundation that grew from the spiritual foundation we're very close with ETs. I've been talking with ETs for years, in person and usually telepathically. Usually telepathically, excuse me. You'll see them flying around with the rest of the family in the oceans between Florida and the Miami area and the Bahamas. And the land has already been purchased by this new group, this new nation that's about to become formalized, and that's out in the water. Anyway, those of you that have been waiting, I'm sorry it's been so long. I've done the best I could, and now it's time just to make it happen. So I appreciate you all. Those of you that have cranked up and have this other energy in you, even just from the spheres, you'll be realizing more and more how you're having visitation from ETs. A lot of you already have been talking with them for years. So it's time. Please spend a little extra time trying to help people understand there's no such thing as God or Armageddon, and it's not the end of the world. It's the beginning of a clean world for all of those of us who have compassion, heart energy, and we actually care and we don't want to hurt and control anything. Love you folks. I'm always there. But finally, I can do my job, what I was always made for, to serve and protect. I'll always be there. I'll never be in a body again. It's over. So, here we go.
Hello, my name's Jay Essex. I go into people's heads, crank them up, make them a lot stronger as far as their metaphysical abilities. They're not gifts, they're abilities. All of you had them when you were created, when you first came out. Besides, when people say normal, what does that mean? That's what someone else wants you to be, and there's usually a reason why they want you to be that way. Just be yourself, because you have no idea how awesome that actually is. But I go in your heads and I actually crank you up. You can, those that are awake can actually feel me go inside your brain. I go into the different brain centers, the hypothalamus, pituitary, pineal, and I help expand your mind. I actually change your organs. I can go to you, it doesn't matter where you are. All I have to do is think of you and I'm right there. So anyway, I don't know exactly, there's so much to say, I don't know where to start. You all have all kinds of abilities that are being kept quiet, kept low. Your religions take care of that, your governments take care of that. There's things that actually run this planet. They know about me, they don't care. They can't do anything about what's going to happen. Okay, I'm here to actually make you a lot stronger, help you see. You're so much more than you think you are. You're so much more than you're allowed to know you are. It's time to wake up. Call me.